Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Sept of the Howling Winds, a Werewolf the Apocalypse venue set in San Diego, California. In this scene, we have a certain Galliard who would like to make a challenge to his mentor, actually, for the rank of Fostern. So we will pick up with Aiden seeking out Saoirse. Saoirse is, we'll just, for sake of ease, she is by the lake, which is where a lot of garters congregate, especially in the heat. Um, so yeah, we'll just say that that's where she's at.
So Aiden will come up to her with his usual smile that he wears around Sept. Hello.
She smiles. Hello, Aiden.
So, I've been looking for you.
I? Oh, what for?
Well, yes, I. But when you say I, when you say I, it sounds like you're saying you. But I've been looking for you.
She chuckles. It means when I say I in a response to someone's question, it is the equivalent of yes. It is the little bit of Scottish blood that I have in me. She nods.
And he goes, "Oh, I understand," and he smirks.
She face palm, rubs her face. So what can I do for you?
So, let's do this. Let's do this properly. I caused the heart to dance. Aiden O'Reilly. Challenge you, Saoirse O'Donovan screamed the Hartman's fury for the challenge of Fostern.
For the rank.
For the rank of Fostern, he'll say. Sorry.
She smiles. Crosses her arms. So you think you're ready for Fostern, huh?
One way to find out.
Well, you know, by coming to me, your challenge probably going to be a little bit harder than it would have been from somebody else because, you know, I'm your mentor.
I mean, what's the point of taking the challenge if it's easy?
Fair enough. I've got one in mind. You know that a big part of being a Galliard is about your words and how you use them and when, right?
And he'll nod.
My challenge to you is I want to see how well you can control your words. I want you to go 1 week without making a joke or a pun. You can do that, then you can
Damn!
prove to me that you can control your words, and then maybe after that learn when to place the jokes and the puns. But the challenge itself, to go 1 week with no jokes or puns, because that's what you do a lot, and I want to see you not.
And he'll, have a smirk. And he'll actually nod. I think I can do that.
She nods. All right. You don't have a time limit to complete the challenge. If you slip up, your time starts again. So whenever you can manage to go the 1 week, then let me know, and I'll keep an eye on it too. But I have spirit buddies as well that will keep you honest. But I trust you for the most part. She grins.
Hey, I'm a dumbass, but I'm a oh sorry, what's the word he'll say? I'm a dumbass, but I'm an honest dumbass.
She'll nod. So
So 1 week starting now, I guess.
she nods. Aye, right now. And
Okay.
at the end of the week, I want you to tell me what you've learned as well, because this will be a learning experience for you.
And he'll nod. I think it will.
So, have any other questions or things that you would like to discuss?
I can still hug people, right?
Yes, you can still
Oh,
hug
good.
people.
And he'll give her a big hug. And then, quite seriously, actually, if we still her like in his arms, he'll say, "Thank you."
He nods. You're welcome. And yeah, she hugs him and all that.
And for now, he'll sit actually next to her.
So how's life going otherwise?
Got a girlfriend who I think her parents want to kill me, who actually at least don't like me, like at all,
Why not?
because I'm a werewolf. She's not. She's fae.
Furrows her brow a little bit. There is some sordid history between the Fae and Garu.
And he'll nod. I've heard. But I think in a way, as a child of Gaia, in a weird way, I mean, I'm following the path of Unicorn. There's some history there, and if it all goes well with Fable, I'd repair the negative experience we've had together. It might get us, well, we're not exactly at war with the Fae, but
Oh, no,
we'd get.
God, no, not. Especially not here. Well, this sept is one of the most welcoming, accepting septs I've ever seen, I've ever been to that treats the Fae the way that it does. Which is honestly a welcome change. My tribe is very well acquainted with them. We like working with them for the most part.
And he'll nod. I mean, with the ones that don't get along with us, it might repair the relationships. And, well, I think that's kind of a child of Gaia thing to do.
He nods. Indeed, it is. Just things are that stringent with her parents. I wouldn't put all of your eggs in one basket, if you catch my meaning.
And he'll nod. No, I'm not.
She nods. It can be quite stressful. And no matter how much you like or love someone, if their family is not accepting of you, it can be detrimental to the relationship no matter what.
I'm pretty sure Valeria's brother didn't like me. I didn't get to know him that well, though. By the way, I found out what happened. Well, not exactly, but I found out that Valeria is no longer of this world.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She's I think her soul became a tree or went inside a tree in New York. But I got to say goodbye under the tree.
Good. I'm glad that you got that.
And he'll look to the lake. After so much of moving in all over New Orleans and coming all the way to New York, and then coming here, I think I have finally find a place to settle.
She smiles. I don't plan on going anywhere. I really like it here.
New York was nice, but I don't know, there's something about the set of the Howling Winds that just me. You get here and you just don't want to leave again.
She nods. I was skeptical when I first came here, but I agree with you. It's
So New York was right next to a hellhole, and that's not easy every day.
well, no, but the Sept of the Green is dying. I've heard rumors of the Weaver presence is ever stronger, and then with the hellhole, that might be something that we might need to go back and help with, actually.
And he'll nod.
Get
Well,
we get our new spiral friends to help us with that. Who better
well,
to take with us than someone who would know what goes on in there?
yeah, and it will be good to see the gang again. People over there.
I'm not sure that we could really expect to see any of our old friends from there.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, might be hopeful thinking, but I really want some of them to be alive. Anyways, I should get going. And he'll smile at her.
All right. Have a good day and a good week.
Without making a joke or a pun. Well, puns are jokes. So without making a joke. And he'll nod at her. And start Lindsay?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were there
You cut
anymore.
out
So
a
yeah.
little bit.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, Aiden will say, so in a week without making a joke, and he'll smile, and then he'll leave.
And yeah, so as he's leaving, I am gonna have him go ahead and run across somebody. So he's gonna run across this person. She she's actually on like within the grounds of the sept. So she's holding a rabbit. Been looks like it's been injured, and she's looking it over.
He'll smile at her. Um, I th- hey, I think we've met before. He'll kind of tap his head.
She looks up and smiles.
Nikki?
Yes.
Dr.
You
Nikki.
are Aiden, right?
And he'll nod.
You know, it's yes, I'm a veterinarian. And this little guy, she pets its head, was limping and not being able to run very fast, so I wanted to look him over. Looks like maybe just a sprain, but I'm gonna take him home and keep an eye on him.
And he'll smile. Very noble of you. I hope it's just a sprain.
I think so. It doesn't appear to be broken. I will probably tomorrow take him to my clinic just to be on the safe side.
So,
She's just sitting with the bunny or with the rabbit in her lap. The rabbit seems very content to sit there with her. It doesn't seem to want to try and get away, and it doesn't really seem like it's affected too much by Aiden either. It's a little nervous, but her presence seems to be enough of a comfort for it that it's not in any more distress.
he'll slowly go to, like, with a finger, go to pet it. Like, he's very careful not to scare it. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
No, I didn't check. It's a little hard to tell on rabbits right away. It's just a cute ball of fluff.
I think that's a good name. And he'll smile. Cute ball of fluff.
Fluffy for short.
Fluffy for short. So, well, you must get this question a lot, but it's actually what I'm wondering. Since how long have you wanted to be a vet?
That was something I wanted to be my whole life. I always had a love for animals um and um and yeah, so I followed my dream. Um my parents were very supportive. Um she gets a little bit sad when she talks about her parents. Um They they died in a car accident when I was still in school, vet school.
I'm sorry to hear.
Um, I I knew about the nation growing up, but I wasn't a big part of it. I didn't. This is actually the first time I've lived so close to a sept. But I thought, with I heard about everything that was happening, and I decided that it might not be such a bad idea to get involved.
So where did you grow up?
Just outside of New York City.
I
Well,
was
not
in New York.
just.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
upstate New York. It was like a couple 3 hours away, but I could I could get there pretty easily if I needed to.
I was in the Sept of the Green for a little bit. I left one day. It's a good Sept, but I think the Sept of the Howling Wind is where I'm supposed to be.
She nods. I do really like San Diego. Um, I work at an emergency animal hospital. Um, and I like it. It's it's really good to be able to help as many animals as I can. And I suppose in a way helping Garu is similar.
Well, we are wolves. Well, part
Mhm.
wolf. We are as much wolf as we are human. Something
Nods.
that the Red Talons don't like to be reminded of.
I don't know a lot about the Red Talons. I don't know a lot about most other tribes, even my own. Like I said, I grew up pretty disconnected, but aware, just not directly in things.
What tribe are you part of?
He can smell that she's children
Oh,
of
oh
Gaia.
yeah, that's right. The pure breed.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't. I didn't really grow up knowing either. I had to learn all about Guru, all about Guru society, and all about the history of our tribe. When right after I had my first change, it was a lot of work. Got there in the end, but well, yeah, I was quite a, I was quite some work with their then parents.
she nods.
It's weird, but well, a Guru's life is it's not exactly the life that people dream of, but it's better than the life I had before.
Nods.
I I don't think I'm glad I have a family now, but I didn't grow up with one. I grew up with other kids around my age, which were the closest thing I had to brothers and sisters. And I didn't really have a mother figure. No, I can't say he was a father figure. I can't. It's a man that trained us to fight and kill. It's pretty much all I ever did since when I was a child. Well, the times where he left us alone, I did learn myself how to sing. But apart from that, yeah, it was
No.
just learning how to fight. And well, John didn't. Well, John wasn't someone that he didn't really see us as people as much as he saw us as weapons.
She frowns. That's really sad.
I ran away one day. I did something, and it was a step too far. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I left. Now, John die in a cosmic fire, and I wouldn't care. But sometimes I still feel sorry for the people that grew up with me. I hope they ran away too, or I hope they're not part of what John tried to make us become.
Have you thought about trying to find them?
The thing is, if they're not, if they're still with John, they might, well, they'll see me as a target.
Yeah. She reaches over and gives his hand a comforting squeeze.
I'll smile, looking at it.
The rabbit sniffs him.
He'll let this rabbit sniff, and he'll even like scratch it a little bit.
The rabbit melts.
Oh, he'll smile at the rabbit.
She smiles.
It
It likes you.
does. Can I adopt it once you're done with it? He'll smile.
Sure. It probably wouldn't be able to be out wild again anyway, so I don't see why not.
And he'll nod. But what I was going to say is that now I found my father here, and I don't know who my biological mother is, but Rose is my mother now.
He nods.
So I think everything I've been through, despite what I've been through, I wouldn't I don't think I'd change it. I don't want to change because it's the only way I'm sure that I'll still get to know the people I know today.
It's important to come to those realizations that no matter what happened in the past, no matter what you went through, it makes you the person you are. And you don't know what would have happened if you had made a different decision or if something different had happened. And you don't know if you would have ended up someplace worse than you are now.
And he'll nod. I mean, right now I'm in a good place. And in good company too. He'll smile.
She smiles and she blushes a little bit. Well, I would say the same.
But, I don't think. What's the girl that he met yesterday?
Anna.
Anna. Because Anna told me about. Anna told me about you.
She smiles. Yeah, she and I are friends.
Yeah. Met her last night. Yeah, I think she didn't have the best first impression of me, but
Aw.
well, she seems like a very genuine person.
She is. She's going through a lot.
Yeah, she's going to have a baby, and well, that can't be easy.
She nods. Yeah. I hope one day I get to have one.
Yeah, I want to have a child one day too. Well, one or two, or a few. Who knows? At least one.
She smiles.
But seeing people holding babies, and I just got a job as a babysitter,
Oh.
and it's being around kids and taking care of them. It's fulfilling.
Helping to alleviate the craving to have a child. Not permanently, of course, but something to mitigate it.
And he'll nod.
Can understand that.
I mean, and I'm a pretty dedicated nanny, I think. My sister made me watch. My sister made me watch The Little Mermaid 5 times in a row the other day.
Oh wow. That's you can make it through that, then I think you can make it through anything. I love The Little Mermaid, but I don't know if I could watch it 5 times in a row.
I think. Oh, you see how old is Harmony again?
Just 10.
I think being 10 helps.
Maybe.
And well, but she made it through in the end. She had promised that if I watch Little Mermaid 5 times in a row with her, she'd sit with me and watch Treasure Planet.
I like Treasure Planet.
In my opinion, it's the best. It's my favorite Disney, so it's my opinion, it's the best. How about you?
Well, I grew up the only child. Had a really nice childhood. Nothing bad happened to me. I did well in school. Always had a love for animals. So I volunteered at like different places, animal shelters and stuff like that, to be able to work with them when I was in my early teens, even as early as like 11. My parents would let me volunteer to help take care of the animals. Um, so I decided that I wanted to be a vet, and I actually started taking some college classes before I graduated high school. And I did my I did all of my required classes that I needed to do, and um, did my 4 years of college, and then my vet school program. Um, During my first year of the vet program is when my parents died.
That I mean, that must have put a lot of stress on you, and I mean, you were doing so much work.
It was hard. Um, I couldn't even like I was able to take off some school for it, but I couldn't stay away for very long. Like in order for me to stay in the program, I was able to take like 3 days, and then after that, I had to stay in school. So um, I didn't get to. It was a while before I got to properly grieve, but I I needed to I needed to keep going. I needed to realize my dream, something that I'd wanted to do for my entire life, and I did. Um, so I'm in my second year of being out of school and working on my own, and it's nice. I
You
just
should be,
wish my parents had been around to see it.
and you're not. Well, you can certainly be proud. You you went through a lot. Must have been tough, and well, I think even some guru would have a hard time going through what you did.
They were my rock. They always supported me no matter what. And losing that was really hard. It still is because I don't have anybody. They were all I had. I don't have any other family. Didn't don't really have any friends. I started making some friends when I moved here, but I don't have my person, you know.
It
She takes
happens
takes
when
a
you.
deep breath, trying not to cry. She doesn't want to cry.
He'll put a hand on her shoulder. It happens when you move to a new place where you don't know anybody. I mean, I came here. I knew Saoirse, but when I arrived in New York, I didn't know anybody. And well, just as I was arriving in New York, I had my first change, and I was. I had just run away from. I had just run away from my previous life. I wanted to be done with the violence and the killing. And so I moved. I moved where my just followed my feet, I guess. And I went to New York. And I had my first change there, and well, all of a sudden, oh hey, you're a werewolf, and oh hey, you know that violent life you were trying to get away from? Yeah, no, you're still going to have to fight for a living. And oh, you have to stay with us now, and also you can't accept because well, you're what we call a cub. It's like being a child all over again.
You
But
know, it's
through this hard time, I had the first people who became family. One of them, well, haven't spoken to her in a while, but she's still alive, which is rare for our kind. But Chloe Mega is, well, she took me under her wing. She wasn't Child of Gaia. She was Black Fury, but she taught me about guerrilla life. She was more of a den mother to me than the den parents there. Not that they did a bad job, it's just that I think
she was who you ended up having that bond with.
he'll nod. I think she needed someone. She needed someone to get close to, like a brother. And she found me, and I found her.
She smiles. Good.
And, well, her daughter is on SEP now.
Have you talked to her?
I have a little bit. I want to talk to her some more, but she seems. Yeah, she's not as friendly. Well, first off, she's not as quick to be friendly as her mother. But yeah, I've seen. I mean, I know Chloe a lot, and there's still a little bit of Chloe in her, even if she tries to hide it. She'll smile.
She nods and smiles.
I think she said she didn't really agree with her mother and everything. And, well, she's young, maybe a bit stubborn. But maybe I can help her.
Maybe you can. I think you can.
But what I wanted to say is, when you come to a new place, Gaia, I guess, will make you meet people that will become your family.
She nods.
Something I've learned since I've become a guru. And, well, I heard it in a show, but I think it's really true. It's family. Well, just because your family doesn't mean just because your blood doesn't mean your family. And family doesn't stop at blood. Family is a guru. Family are people you choose. So hopefully, and he'll look at her and smile, you'll find a family here.
I hope so.
Do you live far from the Sept?
No. I actually live over in the kin housing. Since I heard that that was a thing, I decided that it would be beneficial for me to live there instead of away from everything. Oh, I've been here a while. I've just kept to myself.
You should. Well, I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to, but you should come out more, meet people.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I'm sure you've met my father,
Who's your father?
Alexei.
She shakes her head. No.
Alexei Petrova?
Nope. I haven't met him.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He's sweet and I love him. But, yeah. Well, he's a ragabash, you know how they get. Not to sound racist or anything.
No.
I think, well, what I told him yesterday fits very well. He's a pain in the ass, but he's my pain in the ass.
That's good. She looks at the bunny or at the rabbit. I should get this get Fluffy home.
Do you want me to walk with you?
Sure, if you'd like to.
And he'll nod.
She seems happy that he has to walk with her. So yeah, they'll walk over to the kin housing. Her house is relatively small, but it's decent. And it looks like that she's set up quote unquote rescue stations for wild animals before. She already has like supplies and a pen to keep the rabbit in and stuff like that. She'll get it settled and get it some food and water. And she'll show Aiden how to care for a rabbit. As if he wants to adopt it, he needs to know how to feed it and take care of it and everything like that. So, and she'll say, so once the rabbit gets used to you and it's still air quote domesticated, this is a wild rabbit, so it probably won't emulate all of the characteristics of a domestic rabbit, but I'm pretty sure some of the behaviors will be the same. They need attention and affection a lot like dogs do. But don't force it. Just kind of let them come to you. It'll need time out of its pen or cage. But you can litter train it, so you don't have to put it in a cage if you don't want to. They can be litter trained just like cats. So then you can just let it run around your house. But it's up to you on how you want to enclose your rabbit. If you want to keep it in a pen, or they make these cages called hutches that are decent size. But rabbits do need a lot of exercise, so you'd have to let it out frequently. Or, like I said, just you can litter train it and just let it run around your house. It'll come up to you when it wants attention.
I think I'll do my best at letting it free inside the house.
Just have like an open space, safe space for it to go to that's kind of enclosed, because the best way to get it water is with a water bottle. So you'll want somewhere you can hang the water that it can get to really easily. So maybe like she'll motion over to the mesh part of the cage that's really sturdy. It's or the pen that she has a water bottle suspended from, something like this.
I'll nod. How many times a day do I feed it?
Make sure that she'll motion to the hay. This is essential. They need it all the time. So make sure that they never run out of hay. Regular food, a couple of times, or you can just keep the bowl full. Rabbits self-regulate, self-feed pretty easily. And then there are treats and stuff you can get that you can give them. You can give them fresh greens, and stuff like that. So just, it's kind of a constant thing. You can leave, it's not like you can't leave it. You can. Just make sure that if you can't get home, that somebody can pop in and check to make sure that it has everything it needs.
And he'll nod.
Rabbits they're kind of high maintenance.
as high maintenance as cat, or not so much, or more?
See, I don't consider cats to be a high maintenance pet because cats don't need the constant
Presence?
yes. Cats, you make sure you keep their litter box clean and their bowl full, and they're pretty happy. They'll come to you for attention when they want it. But other than that, they're most likely content for you to leave them alone. Rabbits, they want their space, but they also, I guess they're kind of like a hybrid between a cat and a dog. But like with the food and stuff like that, you have to make sure that they have everything they need. It's not just a matter of putting some dry food in a bowl. You have to give it hay and greens and other things that they need. She'll hold up like with the the rabbit pellets that she has for rabbits are a special formula that you can only get from a vet. These supplement, but they still need the fresh stuff.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of work, but rabbits do actually make really good pets. And I mean, you have me for advice if you need. She kind of blushes a little bit. I mean, I can help if you want.
I think I'll take you up on that offer.
She smiles. Good. I'll take him to work tomorrow, and I'll take it to work tomorrow and get it checked out and see what it's going to need for medical care. And then after it's all fixed up and healthy, then you can take it home.
And he'll nod. So, we've decided on the name, right? Fluffy.
Fluffy. Fluffy works for whether it turns out to be male or female.
He'll smile. And he'll actually sing to her. He'll sing, well, have you ever heard Reigns of Castamere with the lyrics, with a song?
No, I don't think so.
Let's see, I'm sure I can find it. There we go. Oh, wait. Just a sec. There. There we go. The link there, and he'll sing that, but in a voice that, I mean, Aiden has a deep voice, like from his enchanting voice. It's something quite deep.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so he'll sing that in a voice that's actually similar to the guy who sings it in that. And he just sings that. Do you want me to roll for it, actually?
Yeah, go ahead. And your enchanting voice takes the -2 difficulty, so.
So it's 8 dice at d4.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, Howling Winds. Dice rolling scenes 1.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1, 5.
Yeah, so she is absolutely captivated. Pretty much entranced by his voice and what he's singing. Yeah, wow.
Then when he's done, he'll smile. I thought it might suit the moment. After the conversation we had before coming here.
She nods. Wow, your voice is amazing.
Thank you. I apparently got that from my father.
She is just like completely struck. Like, wow.
He'll smile at her and he'll like wait for the shock to, well, or the no kind of surprise to go away for a little bit.
Yeah, once she after a few minutes she shakes herself off and looks to him and like, you're one of those storytelling ones, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow. um so she like contemplates for a second. She kind of lightly bites her bottom lip.
He'll smile at her.
I would like to spend more time with you.
I think I'd like that. He'll smile. Like a very like charming smile.
she she blushes. You want to go do something tomorrow?
Should have some time tomorrow to do something, yeah.
Okay. She'll give him her phone number.
Yeah. They'll exchange. Yeah, he'll give her his, so they'll exchange for numbers. And he'll kind of take a picture of her next to the rabbit, so that when so the picture of her like he has of her for her when she calls, it's both of her and Fluffy.
That is adorable. Yeah, actually, if when he goes to do that, she'll pick up Fluffy and pose with Fluffy. And give like the biggest, most genuine, bright smile. And yeah. So and then she'll hand Fluffy over to Aiden, and then she'll do the same. She'll take a picture of the two of them.
Yeah. He kind of for his part, he kind of puts Fluffy next to his face and just. It's a very silly face. Like he has his tongue sticking out.
She laughs and takes that picture, and we'll set it as his contact picture. And yeah, so she's not gonna make him leave. If he decides to stick around, she'll hang out with him. But
He'll say, I mean, if before I leave, if you want to watch a show or something. Wait, isn't I don't think isn't yeah. Oh, I see. Shit, I just forgot the name of the show. Because isn't Stranger Things just this season 3 just starting?
yes, you like Stranger Things?
I only covered half my room with posters of it.
So she lights up, and she's yes, absolutely. She will watch Stranger Things with Aiden. That's one of her favorite shows. So yeah, she'll pull him over to the couch and turn it on. So I think with
yeah. I was
that,
gonna say we can close this in there.
yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
So thank you, player, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We will see you next time. Goodbye.